18th live stream that I'm filming on this channel. If you do enjoy this live stream, please leave a like, comment your favorite part, and subscribe. You should see the look on my face when I see that +1 subscribed. Genuinely, I'll be cheesing like these. Real shit. Yeah, I've taken a couple of days off, had a roster, a shift, so I was too busy, full schedule, packed out to the brim. But we back now. Um, yeah, it's crazy to me how impatient our generation is. We have no sense of patience anymore. It's actually scary. And it's really because of social media. But it's not social media itself that's the problem. It's the way we're using social media and how addictive it is, and all these instant dopamine hits that we're getting. It's training our brain to expect instant hits of dopamine regularly. It's conditioned our brains to be stuck in that wheel where we're always chasing more, we're always chasing better. And we can never be satisfied with what we have currently. And yeah, it's really bad the way it is today. Like, people want success now. People want success today. But people don't want to put in the work to acquire that success. People think success should be linear. But really and truly, nothing in life is linear. Unless we're talking chemistry, we're talking real life here. Success is not linear. Learning something is not linear. Acquiring a skill is not linear. None of these things are linear. You have your good days and your bad days. Progress looks like a zigzag. You go up, you have your good days, and then you have your bad days. As long as you're on an upward trend, you're winning. If you did better yesterday than you did today, but today you did better than you did last week, there's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be upset about. There's no reason to feel like you're wasting your time, because you're on an upward trend regardless. Success isn't linear. Success is a zigzag. You have your ups, you have your downs. And another thing is, I despise when people think just because they're talented, they don't need to put in the work. They don't need to put in consistency because they're talented. I mean, fair fucks to you, you're talented, but how much more better could you be if you added consistency on top of your talent? You'd be unstoppable. You'd be a unit. You'd be a unit in your field, a liable asset, a reliable asset. because you have talent, and with that talent, you are consistently improving and getting better. Come on, man. That's some Thanos shit right there. Real talk. But talent, talent is good, but consistency always beats talent. Always. No matter what. TB Aviation. What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for joining. You are greatly appreciated. Yeah, none of this is linear. Success is not linear. Hell no. And another thing people need to realize is chasing perfection. It's not ideal. Nothing is perfect. You might think one thing is perfect, and then boom, you see something better, and now you want that. And then there's something better than that, and you just keep chasing. You're just stuck in a hamster wheel of unsatisfaction, of fake satisfaction, because you always want the next best thing. You're chasing perfection. Or, for example, all right, say for example you're an artist, you like drawing, and you do your drawings, and every time you look back at it, you're like, oh, I could have done this better, I could have done that better. Constructive criticism is not wrong. There's nothing wrong with constructive criticism. It becomes a problem. Perfection becomes a problem when it's one of those things where you're beating yourself down because you're always trying to do better. You're over analyzing yourself, over monitoring yourself to a point where you can't appreciate the imperfections because you're so stuck, you're so focused on wanting to do better that you forget to appreciate the small things. You forget to appreciate the imperfections. There's beauty in imperfection, you know? A caterpillar is its worst form before it becomes a butterfly. It's imperfect, and then it becomes perfectly imperfect. Imperfectly perfect, sorry. I probably didn't make any sense, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? Yeah, a butterfly was a caterpillar once. You know, a caterpillar is seen as unattractive, not something that is pleasing to the eye. It's not necessarily eye candy. But a butterfly is seen as beautiful. It's universally beautiful. It's perfect, you know? And it didn't get there overnight, you know? Going back to the whole success should be linear and all that stuff. The caterpillar was in its cocoon, metastasizing. I think that's what the word is. I forgot the word. Well, yeah, the caterpillar is in its cocoon, digesting itself, doing whatever it is that it's doing. Metamorphosis, that's the word. It's going through metamorphosis in its cocoon. And that's not linear. You know, it has its days where it's accelerating towards becoming a butterfly, and it has its days where it's just stagnant. It's nothing's happening because that requires energy. What's the word? Metastasizing, I think. Metastasizing requires a lot of energy. So it's not linear, it's more like a zigzag. But then once it comes out, it's this beautiful butterfly. Because it's put work in itself. It's put consistent effort day in and day out with a few days off. Yeah. And yeah, that's literally, that's what it is. We need to stop chasing perfection and embrace the imperfect parts, embrace the flaws. And in that embracing comes freedom, comes relief. So don't be hard on yourself. Always be easy on yourself. Always be consistent, because that's the only way you can win in life. This was a short stream, but I did enjoy it, to be honest. I did enjoy filming it. And I see some comments over here that I haven't responded to. But just know you are all greatly appreciated. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow, and see you then. Adios.